You know, this is what it does to me. Ow, 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 ow.
Mummy, I have a really bad headache. And he clenched his, I don't know, he squeezed his eyes and he clenched his jaw and held his head. And my parents saw this and they said, Samrinia, I think you ought to get him checked.
I was in the car with my nan and grandpa on the way to Wickham Hospital first to have a little scan.
Daddy called up. I heard a tiny bit on the phone that there's something wrong with Darshan's brain. I just heard those words.
We've got a problem, Darshan has a problem. You need to pack a bag. We've got to get to the hospital.
In the morning I woke up and they told me I had to have a cannula. They use a needle to put a little tube in your hand. I was very scared and I was like screaming and crying and I was just so scared.
So Darshan has a very rare, very unusual cancer. There are something like 260 different pediatric brain tumours. And this is one of the most rare, especially for a child at his age. It's called a germ cell tumour.
The particular location within the brain meant that it was inoperable. So the diagnosis of that was very, very risky. We knew there were going to be 3 phases, some exploratory surgery, some chemotherapy, then radiotherapy. The reason for Boston is the radiotherapy that he needed was called proton beam therapy, and that's a treatment that's not available in the UK. It's not available through the NHS or privately in the UK. The campaign is really to help us reset and recoup the significant costs we had to undertake. With any surplus, we really want to support some amazing charities that have supported us throughout our journey. So if by us sharing our learnings can help others in the future, then we really want to make sure that that can happen.
When something like this happens, you realise that there's not much you can do to help your child. And it's a very, very stark reality. And there were times when we stopped and we thought, is he going to make it? And there are times when he stopped us and said, am I going to make it? And there are times when even his friends in the playground would say, is he going to be okay? And we never knew the answer. So very, very early on, I think both Fraser and I were incredibly committed to finding the few things that we thought not necessarily we could control, but that we could influence and give Darshan the best chance to fight this.
It's hard, it's very hard to articulate, the admiration and love that I have and we have, for what he's gone through and how he's coped.
Oh, I'll tell you, one of my best moments was when I first walked the stairs, because I hadn't walked stairs in months, and it was after like 3 of my ups and I just managed to get up the stairs and I felt really proud.
8 months ago we didn't quite know how we're going to get on the journey. We've done amazingly well, he's done amazingly well, but it still is a life-changing event and we don't know what's ahead. We've now got to face scans every 3 months to see if things are still staying away. So that kind of fear and unknown and uncertainty is our biggest challenge.
Yes, I did it.
Well done. We need to create a very different set of circumstances and conditions to head forward towards and constructing, I think, and crafting something that can continue to be positive moving forward. Those memories are tough to deal with right now.
Let's build it in our homes. Let's start it tonight. Let's give out sunlight and start a new life.